Hello, and welcome to another episode of Coco's Conversations. This is another just raw and uncut instance where we wanted to come on and share what we were talking about today as mother and daughter, because every day is something. Do you think so, Journey?
Yeah.
And not in like a bad sense, but just every day is something. And today in particular, I was watching Netflix, Gary Owens, and before I was watching that though, we were talking about one of her peers that she was in the organization with. Journey was in Detroit Youth Choir, and throughout that organization in the beginning with the 52 contestants, which she was one of, she was very young. The age groups were spread upon what the youngest was 7 at the time.
I think 7 or 8.
7 or 8 to 17, right? 18. And so, of course, as you move on throughout the years, these people graduate, they pursue their own endeavors and, go on to live their lives. But while you were in that struggle together, you experienced things, you were there for each other, y'all cried together, y'all, thrived together, all of that. So I was just letting her know that in her curiosity as to how one of the members was doing, that she should feel comfortable. Shouldn't say should, but I want her to feel comfortable with when you have these relationships with people, the importance in maintaining them or just checking on them. Because ultimately you vested yourself to be in the environment with these positive people. So, in other words, if you was in school with, let's just say, Michael Jackson, and y'all ate lunch together, and, although you might have been 8 and he might have been 12 at the time, Michael Jackson go on to, be the ultimate great, best entertainer of the world. And you have this singing career that you embarking on, or you have some shows that you doing or whatever, and you mean to tell me you not gonna send your boy Mike Jack, a little note or something to say, hey, this is, Journey, congratulations on all what you doing. I'm in that same arena, and this is what I'm doing, because you already gone make sure that you capable, that you meet the criteria. It's not gonna be like no favors necessarily getting done for somebody that's not deserving. I wanted her to know that relationships are essentially and sometimes more important than what's on the paper, because the relationships is what's gonna be the familiarity and the ability to know one's character, regardless to what a test might say or what, they might have received on a survey or whatever that, red tape is going to be. It's like if you in a position to put your teammate, your friend, your family member in the position where they know they got an ace in the hole, I'm like, don't be afraid to use that ultimately. And I'm saying, don't feel bad about it, because you're going to make sure that you are more deserving of the opportunity anyway. And as we were talking about that, then I end up watching Netflix and the Gary Owens, and he was making a joke out of him going to his city, and black people in particular, he was saying, recognize him and have a familiarity with them, feel like they know him. And, so he at the rental car place, he was waiting on a sister to help him. And as soon as he got to the counter, she like, oh, what's up, Gary? We can't have you in that economy car. We putting you in an Escalade, okay? And it's like, even at Gary Owens, stature and being a millionaire and everything, he still sees the importance and the value in who you know. And it's nothing wrong with, you having worked to have these opportunities to be in these, settings with these people that's going to go on to be prosperous in various arenas. Don't be afraid to, when you in, Texas, and your DYC member is an alumni there and have pool, don't be afraid to hit them up, and it's not like you looking for handouts. It's because y'all had a common experience, and now y'all are off pursuing y'all own experiences, and y'all can help each other. What you think about that, Jay?
I don't know. It's not much left for me to say. You kind of said everything, but I agree. And I think...
See, no. In typical Jay fashion, she gonna say she agree and stuff, but initially, when I asked her, like, how she felt about this, she was on the fence.
I was not on the fence. I just said, because it came up as to if it was somebody that I knew and somebody I had been through certain things with, and they met the criteria, but they were off a couple points, and it was somebody I didn't know who met the criteria fully, which person would I pick? And I said I would probably pick the friend that I
I'm
knew.
saying? Mm-hmm.
But the reason I said that was because I don't want to, just because you're my friend, you think you automatically get something, or just because we went through something together, you automatically get something, but you don't meet the criteria, and the other person does, even though I don't know them. So that's the only like.
So that's why I
consider. But if the person I know meets the criteria and the person I don't, I'm gonna pick the person I know.
But I already said in the example that the person that you knew was a little off. I said, maybe they didn't have all A's. They had all A's and a C in a certain area, or a B or something. And the other person had like perfect transcript.
And I said I would probably pick
Probably. See, I need an ace in the hole. And that was my emphasis to her, is that when you get in these certain positions, there are cultures that can have straight F's, but they sister is in position to put them where they need to be, and that sister gonna do it and not think twice. But so I'm just asking her. I didn't say it. The person is all perfect. Her girl, her ace boon coon, they done ate together, they done cried together and everything, and this girl got all A's and maybe a C, and Journee is in position to hire her or not. And I asked her, would you? And she said, probably. And in her eyes, I guess that's, sufficient if she defines it in the way that she just did. But in my eyes, I'm like, I don't want that probably. I want to know that if my girl, my people is in position and they know I'm qualified, maybe that paper don't say it in this one little area. Maybe I had a bad day on this test and this grade is defining my whole destiny. I'm expecting my people to know that, and to know that within me, I'm gonna rise above that
C. I agree with that. I would do that and expect people to do it for me.
See, this be our struggle. Put the camera on her. I don't know what this focus doing. There you go. But yeah, we just wanted to just come on for a little bit, like I said, in our raw sense, just sitting at home, chilling and going back and forth like we do, but in a good, healthy way. And just hope that, another mother and daughter might see this, and on this type of topic, they might at least be open to discuss their differences and ultimately hug it out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Peace out. You know how to cut it off too?
Nope. Don't work like that.
Okay. We need Jordan.